I didn't see you there. Hello, my name is Roman, and I'm here to teach you about the daily life of ancient Rome.
Daily life in ancient Rome started very early. Citizens were moving before the sun came up. If you were a boy aged 7 or older and belonged to a middle-class family, you were off to public school. If you were rich, you had a private tutor, and if you were poor, you didn't go to school.
Food is an important part of any culture. The Romans would usually eat a light breakfast. Breakfast was followed by a light lunch. Then a full supper in the evening, which was as much a social event as a meal. Their dinners were typically very large. It was split into 3 courses: the appetizer, the main course, and the sweet course, which was the dessert. Food was made in a circle domed oven. Some of the foods would have been bread, beans, fish, vegetables, cheese, and dried fruit. They ate very little meat, and some of the foods they ate were just bizarre, like mice and peacock tongues. Most Roman food was highly spiced, disguising its natural flavors. The rich would have had a variety of foods and fancy sauces. They believed that how the food looked was just as important as the taste. They usually ate with their hands and would rinse their hands often during the meal.
Many Romans were farmers. There were also soldiers, merchants, craftsmen, entertainers, lawyers, teachers, and engineers. Being a soldier was a popular job in ancient Rome. It was a way for the poorer class to earn a regular wage and to gain some valuable land at the end of their service. Merchants and farmers were also common jobs. Men would run their businesses out of the bottom room of their house. Merchants kept the economy rolling by buying and selling goods from all around the empire. Craftsmen made many of the everyday items that citizens needed, like pots and ovens.
Most people in ancient Rome were farmers, although some were carpenters and others were merchants.
Teachers, and engineers were the more educated Romans. They kept new ideas flowing using technology that the Greeks had already discovered to create things such as the public baths, aqueducts, and arches. Entertainers were there to entertain the masses. There were musicians, dancers, actors, chariot races, and gladiators. They were important to Roman daily life as much of the population watched some form of entertainment every day.
The ancient Romans liked doing many activities, including going to places like the Colosseum and watching gladiator fights and chariot races.
A full Roman marriage could only occur if both parties were Roman citizens. The minimum legal age of marriage was 12 for females and 14 for males. Marriage was a private act and was only used to prove the legitimacy of children. When Rome became an empire, marriage became unpopular and birth rate fell. Augustus thought he could fix this by granting privileges to parents of 3 or more children.
Divorce was a very common issue. About 1 out of every 6 couples got divorced. However, remarriage was very frequent, so don't worry, they weren't forever alone. The toga was the most common piece of clothing. It was worn as an outdoor garment over the tunic. It was typically made of expensive white wool. They were complex with many different draping patterns. Tunics were also common. Workmen wore dark tunics. Women wore tunics as well. Many people also wore cloaks of rich colors and fine materials.
As was said earlier, women wore tunics. If they wore togas, they were considered to have a bad reputation or were prostitutes. They wore close-fitting bonnets or hairnets to keep their hair back, and many types of jewelry, such as brooches, necklaces, earrings, bracelets, armlets, anklets, rings, and hairpins. Men wore rings that did not grow beards. Children tended to wear a smaller version of adult clothing, and gaudy colors were used for all people. Everyone who could afford it wore leather shoes, light sandals, or slippers.
Romans enjoyed luxury. They spent much time bathing and massaging. They had many toiletries made of bronze, and their mirrors were polished with bronze or silver. They used various perfumes, cosmetics, and chalk and white lead to whiten their face. Blonde hair was in, and if you didn't have natural blonde hair, you most likely wore a wig.
I'm a star! I just want to thank my agent and all those who helped me along the way.